Hello there. Today's goddess is Demeter, and Demeter talks to us about our feelings and our emotions. Sometimes this can be a very tricky subject, especially when so many of us don't want to feel or acknowledge our emotions. I myself have gone through many times in my life where I would sit and wish that I didn't have certain feelings just because they can be very invasive. As humans, we are going to have feelings and emotions. A lot of us prefer to stay in the left brain, which is the analytic part of the brain. Logic and reason. That we want things to make sense to us. When it comes to emotions, emotions are a very right brain function. And quite often when it comes to emotions, they don't make sense to us at all because it's raw, it's feeling, it's instinctual, it's automatic. Um, One of the things that certainly rings true that a lot of people don't want to acknowledge when it comes to our feelings is when we have to choose between logic and reason and deep-rooted emotions. The emotions are always going to win. We find that we are actually motivated more by our emotions than what we can explain as logic and reason. And of course, because of that, a lot of us don't even want to admit that that's happening or acknowledge that that's happening. So Demeter wants us to really sit back and take note and acknowledge our feelings because they are very, very valid. We're going to have them anyway, so you might as well learn how to work with them and use them to your advantage. So you don't necessarily have to sit and meditate, but I'm a big advocate for meditation and taking the time out to really examine how you feel about stuff, especially in a nice quiet place when you don't have a whole lot of outside influence. And right now is actually a really good time for that, since many of us are spending our time in isolation. There was a time when I used to say I'm not afraid of being alone with my thoughts. But I've also gone through times when I have been very afraid to be alone with my thoughts. And that usually happens when the emotions are running rampant and it feels like I got no control. Well, guess what? You don't necessarily have control over your emotions. At least it feels that way, but actually we have more control than we give ourselves credit for. So what she wants us to do is take the time to examine how we're feeling in certain situations. When strong emotions come up, ask the question, okay, where is this feeling coming from? Why am I feeling this way? And learn not to be afraid of it, because quite often our feelings, they're trying to tell us something that we're just not seeing. So getting insight from our emotions is extremely important, because logic and reason can only take you so far, and then the emotions will kick in, and then you'll wonder what the heck is going on. So get in touch with your emotions. Figure out what they're trying to say to you. Even if you don't have the words, you don't necessarily have to have words for the feeling. Sometimes all you need is to know whether these feelings feel good or not so good. Okay? Something to have a little bit of fun with. You have a great day. We'll talk again soon. If you like what you see, click like. If you know somebody who would like this, then click share. If you want to see more, click subscribe. And if you've got some comments or ideas, please make your comments. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.